Hey everyone, welcome to Donald Boy Gaming, aka Jacob Thompson 30 on TikTok. And here we have Transformers Legacy United Animated Universe Bumblebee. Now, this figure, I've been waiting for this figure for a long time. But before I get into the figure, I'm gonna say this right quick. This video took so long to record. So yesterday, I'm recording this a day later because I went to record this video yesterday thinking it was going to be okay. It wasn't. It was a complete nightmare. I tried my best to do it just completely normal. It did not go to plan like I hoped. So I'm re-recording it today. Let's hope it goes better. Here we have Transformers Legacy Evolution United Bumblebee. Now, this figure has been one I've been waiting for a very long time, obviously, because I grew up on Transformers Animated when I was younger. He's got, let's just get into detail before we start doing the articulation. So, he's got his little cheeky little smirk on his face. He's got the yellow stripe. He's got the little siren. I don't know why it's not like blue on this side. I don't know why. Maybe they just ran out of blue plastic. Or just maybe couldn't make it in that size. But yeah, if you don't know, people don't know this, but this figure's siren in the show is actually red and blue. It changes. It's weird. But anyway, his arms go forward and back, bend about that far. His arms go back that far and go forward this far. They go forward that far due to the transformation, of course. Can go up that far. Now, he does suffer from chase syndrome. Well, you can kind of mitigate that if you use the transformation joint, but he does suffer from chase syndrome. Yeah, he does suffer from chase syndrome where his arm can't go up any higher. So, yeah, there's that. And, sorry if you couldn't see it there. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. But anyway, he's got a swivel. His legs go back forward about that far, go back about that far, knee bend. It also has a toe bend. Can bend back and forth. Doesn't have an ankle pivot really at all. Even if you tried, he doesn't really have one there. I mean, I consider that a decent pivot, but it ain't really there, so... And I don't want to break it, so anyway. Let's get into accessories. Here is his stingers. Let me just give you a close-up of the one I just put on. You got excellent blue plastic. Nice silver paint on it. He comes with two. He comes with two of them. And the cool thing, we'll spoil transformation a little bit, is what you can do with the stingers is if you untap this panel here, pull that back, take his arms on both sides, if you guys can see that, and try to put them together as best you can, and take the stingers and plug them into these two holes. Well, try to plug them in. Sometimes they're a bit finicky. So I say sometimes isn't all the time. Like sometimes you can't even get the stingers unattached. So when you first get this figure, just be wary of that, because this sucker can fight back. Can bite back at you. And just stick them together, and you can make him go, time for some electroshock therapy. And you can also store the rockets on his back to recreate that iconic scene from... Where did the other one go? To recreate that iconic scene where Bumblebee's flying up into the air. But anyway, and if you want to, you can stick, just like I showed you before, you could stick these in here. Now, I think I know how Hasbro did this, so you can have them like singularly, so you can have them holding them singularly, because they might do a remold, like a redo this figure, maybe someday, maybe, if they do Legacy 2, I don't know. Sometimes, like, when I look at Legacy, okay, hear me out here, and you guys let me know if you guys feel the same way. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. Sometimes I don't see things that are right in my face. Tell me if you guys agree with this, but does this sometimes just feel like Transformers is just dying? Not like, I know it won't ever die, but Hasbro seems to be trying to kill itself. I don't know why they'd ever do that, as in financial stuff, but here you go, you can make him do the individual blasters go bzz, bzz, go buzz, 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 buzz. Now it's time to kickstart the transformation. Now, what you're gonna have to do, now, you need to preface this, because this thing is hard to transform. What I recommend is that you get his head up first. So, like, take his head and push it back first. Take the arms and fold them until that black piece goes in there. And what I like to do is take the arms and finesse them into a perfect place, kind of like how Chase is done. Because with Chase, you have to like try to get his front, is like chest unit underneath his hood. So this do a similar method to what you do with Chase, but just a little different. Instead of folding it up, but what I also do is I take the arms and fold them up just so they're out of the way. So you have something a bit like that, and you can come to the legs, and then you can untab here, fold his knee down, then take this whole assembly, fold it back like that, fold that down, take the front, and take that little nub and fold it back. Fold it on this side just like that. Second verse, same as the first, you know. Way MGO says it. And also, I want him to please notice me because I actually like his content. He's a pretty cool dude. I really want MGO to notice I exist. Because I don't think he ever does that for other YouTubers that are into collecting as much as he is. But then what you can do is you can take the arms and then just detach them. And what you can do is you take the arms and detach them. So when you clip this in, detach them, so you can give the wheels clearance so that they can fold back. So you can get... Okay. Well... Okay, that's weird. So you can get well, if it'll go back there. Sometimes it can be a bit finicky to do, but once you get it, you're golden. And not Golden Freddy. Not Golden Freddy at all. Ugh. Yeah, sorry if I'm silent. It's just hard to get this thing transformed up. Ugh. Because it can be a bit finicky to get it where you want it. Yeah, as you can kind of tell, it can be a bit tricky to get him. Because, see, most of the time he just wants to go back into robot mode without you even taking a breath. Yeah, he really does. Sorry if I'm silent. It's just, he's really tricky to get converted. I've done it once, and I can do it again. I can do so again. But you see right there, you see that little tiny tab port that's supposed to go somewhere, and I can't find where. Come on, get in there. See, other times it wants to make the hand flip out when it's really not supposed to do that, really. It's supposed to flip in. See, look. See, look. Now I got it. Now I got it. Yeah. All you have to do is finesse it in there. You have to not FNAF it, finesse it. You gotta like finesse it in there. See? Then you have it into like that. And then you have it kind of like that. Not like that. Like that. And then you just take the back and swing that down. There we go. And there is, whoops. Let me try to get it together. Make sure it's all nice and tight. And there is Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. And if you wanted to, you could stick these onto it and have him speeding into action against the Decepticons. You could have him speeding into action, and he actually rolls. Since his wheels are pinned on, he rolls pretty well. Since his wheels are pinned on, he rolls pretty darn well. Well, that fell off. He rolls pretty darn well. He rolls like a dream. You can make him do donuts if you wanted to. But anyway, let's get into the second figure of this review. Let's move Bumblebee, if I can get his his things on, his speed of 500 looking things on. Or if you wanted to, you could have him right here on the sides. If you really wanted to, you could have him have his have him deploy his weapons in battle. If you really wanted to, you could have him like, deploying his weapons in battle if you wanted to. That looks hella cool. He looks like he's racing into battle going, "Eat this, Starscream," as he drives into him. But anyway, let's move Starscream to the side and bring in Studio Series 86. I mean, fix the camera a little bit. So it's a bit taller. Studio Series 86 Ironhide. Now this figure has been a figure in the incoming. He's got a lot of cool detail. He does have some kibble bits, but they're not too atrocious for me. Like I can accept some kibble on a Transformer. But this guy's vehicle mode in the last recording that I tried was a pain in the butt. I'll just say that was a pain to get transformed on camera, because his arms, they would tab in, but they would move, because these pieces here on the backs of his legs are supposed to go over top of his arms. They wouldn't go over top of his arms, so I just didn't record. So I just stopped. That's what made me not finish that recording. I have something else that you'll see later in this video. Let me just fix my lamp setting right quick. A couple of things, actually. Let me just bring his accessories into the frame. Okay, so here's his articulation. His arm can move back that far and move out that far. You can also move his arm back. You can also bend right here. Basically break his elbow, essentially. You can swivel here. Yeah, I know I took your quote, Jobby, that you never say in your videos. Bring back Swivel Man, please. Waist swivel. Leg swivel. His leg swivel. He's got leg swivel. His legs can move back that far and move forward that far, but he also has a crotch plate, so you can make him do some dirty things with it if you wanted to. He's got a foot articulation due to the transformation. Ankle pivot, it goes about, it has a decent degree, can turn back and forth due to the nature of the transformation. Same thing on the other side, ankle pivot, can move a little bit. Head moves back and forth, can look up about that far and look down that far, can look down to a good degree. Anyway, here's his accessories. He comes with his... What's the name of Ironhide's weapons? Is it like just an ion blaster? Well, no, that's Prime's weapon, isn't it? So, let me know down in the comments what what Ironhide's weapons are called. For now, I'm just going to call them his ion pistols. Or something ion, whatever. Ion guns. Because they're not ion cannons. And also, there's a wrist rotation, too. I forgot to mention that. Now it's time to get into his transformation. Now, his transformation is a bit of a bitch. I'll just say that. But also, I'll just show his details before I do the transformation right quick, because I forgot to mention that. He's got some windshield wiper detail. He's got a Autobot signal, insignia, not Autobot signal. That's not even a thing in Transformers. Wait, is it? Well, it would be if it's from animated. So he's got his wheels at the back, which is that accurate? Is that accurate to the actual like design of the actual figure, or is that just me? I think that's just me. But anyway, now it's time to kickstart his transformation. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take his arms, pivot them up, and I mean up, like this, on both sides. Then turn them 180 degrees, so that this tab will go into this slot, or the other way around, or this tab goes into that slot, or whatever, I think. But before you do that, take the chest, open that up, pull out the front of the van, tuck his head in there, turn these components, and just leave it like that. Then pull the back down, pull his off his and that waist rotation is gonna help you get that like that. Then take what will become the front bumper of the van and put it like that. Now tab in his legs in. Yes, I'm putting him down for a moment. So it's a little easier. Then move his arms like that. It just makes it easier just to turn them back around. Tab his arms in, angle them up, and just leave them like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this, fold those components up, and what these are supposed to do is supposed to go into that slot. I don't know if you can see that, but they're supposed to go into that slot right there. This is supposed to go into here, on here. Now this is a little tricky, because see what I mean? See what I mean? I'm gonna leave that in. Because I am having to record all this again. See, that happened before. When I was trying to record this, that same thing happened. I knocked my phone over. I really need to be able to get some actual like recording equipment so I don't have that happen anymore. I really do. Ugh. But you see what I have trying to do? This is supposed to slide into that slot. But it's super difficult. Well, it can be. But anyway. Ignore that the camera fell. Please. I really don't want to have to record this again, because I tried recording it once before. This was a pain to record. And I never edit my videos. I never have to edit them. I just leave them. As soon as they're done, I just leave them bare. Ow. But anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to lift up the things on the bottom of the feet. You're going to pull out this. See? You're going to push this up. and back a bit so I don't knock it over. Anyway, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and lift it up. Now make sure you have this port lined up with this tab, because if it isn't lined up, it won't tab in. Yeah, I learned that the hard way with this thing. Yeah, I really did. Really did. Ow. But anyway, what you have to do before you get this in is you have to make sure that this is lined up with this. It's really dumb and stupid. I like Ironhide. Ironhide's a cool character. But it's just the way they execute him in toys and media. It's just so stupid. Sometimes whenever I record these, I feel like an embarrassment. I know that's hard to hear from you guys, from me saying that when I know I'm not, but it's just that this specific transformer is really hard. It's not hard if you try to get it converted. It's just hard to get it done. I mean, you can see the difficulty in how much I'm trying here to get this thing converted. And you just wait until you hear that click. See? You have to make sure that the thing in the arm lines up with this, or else it won't go in. Same thing here on this side. You see that little groove? It's supposed to line up with that edge right there. See? And then, like, smush that in. Make sure that... Now, this can be a bit tricky to get in. Now, I know this looks like a mess. Because, you know, from my phone falling and stuff to all that, you know. But I can do it now. Now that it's not so hard. Because the first time I tried transforming this on camera, it was a pain. It was not one. It was basically saying for me not to transform this now. And just wait until later. Wait until tomorrow or something. I don't know. But anyway. But you see what I mean? You see the pain I'm having to go through right now? Trying to get this to get... So you have to make sure that that edge lines up with that spot. Now, this may look like a bit of a mess, and it kind of is. Huh? That's not cursed. Beep beep, I'm coming through. La 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 la. Wait. I got the perfect joke for this. Help! Help! I've lost my legs. That actually... Beep beep pew. I turned my whole body into a car. That's not cursed right there. That's not cursed. That's haunting. Now I can't get that undone. Great. I think I kind of screwed myself. I know this hurts people to watch this, but man, is it entertaining to me. But see, You have to make sure that they stay like that. Just puts it over his face. That'd actually be terrifying if you could do that. Hasbro, please make an Ironhide, not a remold, not a retool of this figure, but a variant of this figure that has an extra hinge in the head, so you can hinge the head down and have it looking at you through here, as in a hinge, because you can see his head in there. You can see his head, not clearly, but you can see his head inside his, like, basically what is his chest. You can see his head in there, kinda. I don't know, that may be hard to see, but you can kind of see his head in there. There we go. See? You have to make sure that hook goes over top of what essentially is his front part. There we go. See? And what you can do is you can take his guns. Now, there are 2 tabs up here, and you can just take them and stick them right there, like that. But what people often conceptually miss about this figure is that there are 2 portholes on both sides. So if you wanted to, you could have the tab sticking out and have, I don't know, like, the figure that's gonna be in this video, at least, the one I got from, thanks to my girlfriend and her family. Yeah, you see it in my hand, I know. It's just his back wants to come undone now that I'm talking about a different figure. See, it does that every time. But if you wanted to, you could have it where Freezer's standing up here, grabbing on to both guns. Well, grabbing onto the guns. You could have someone like, I don't know, Spike, if you have the Spike Wiki figure, like riding Ironhide, if you wanted to. Yeah, you can have something like this, like but anyway, enough about Ironhide. His vehicle mode, it looks good, but I have to say the elephant in the room. His transformation is a pain in my butthole. I kind of hate it. It is so difficult. Absurdly difficult. It's good. Like, it transforms perfectly fine. But if you also if you wanted to, you got 2 tabs under here. What you can also do with his guns is turn them into intakes. Yeah. Which I find really dumb for some reason. So if you wanted to, you could turn them into... Yeah. His back component would stay together. See, you could turn them into intakes. Ironhide shooting the Decepticons from his butt. Or if you wanted to, you could have him do that. That actually looks like something he would do in the show. Just go... Kind of looks like a shield. Huh. I wonder why they never made this a mode. made this mode for Ironhide in the Transformers TV shows. Just have him like take his whole back component off, well, not off, but kind of have this as his stealth mode. Hasbro, you should have made this Ironhide stealth mode in the Transformers games. That would have been genius. Have it where both of the windows kind of collapse back and kind of come down like this and kind of go like as it's shooting him. And every now and then he could lift him up and have him going or doing this. Yeah, you see the flames. I know you guys see those flames. If it'll go in there. And yes, it is Blast Effect compatible. At least I think so. I think it's Blast Effect compatible. I'm saying I think so, but I don't know. I don't want to get Scourge's Blast Effect, really. To be honest, this thing should have came with Blast Effect. That would have made this a lot easier to do. But anyway, let me just get his tailpipe transformed back. Well, I say transformed back. What I mean, like, clipped back in. Right quick. Is it my favorite Transformers alt mode? Yes, 100%. But also, if you wanted to, you could also take these and stick them on the front. And have it look like he's shooting them from the front. Yeah. You can take... Now, this is something Prime vs. Prime and some of the other YouTubers never showed in their videos. But you can do that with it. Make him literally go from the front. And that looks so cool. To me, that is something you don't see in an Ironhide figure at all. Where you can take the blasters and put them in the front. Like, that's blast of me. But also if you wanted to, these back things, yeah, you can turn them into exhaust pipes. Now, for a van, that's exactly what you're gonna get. Yeah, you can have him store them away on his back. Now let's get on to the next figure. Yeah. Figure, which is, let me get him in robot mode first. Here we have Transformers Legacy and Evolution. Beast Wars Universe, Dragon Megatron. And not only that, but we also have a gun. No. Transformers Beast Wars, really. Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Terracon, Novocaine. Now, these two figures I've been waiting for a long time. I wanted to try to track this one down because this one was the hardest to find. And is the one we're going to start with. And as in articulation and stuff like that, before Megatron. Before Megs. Before BW Megs. Because this one's so intricate. Obviously, in his gun mode, he's got like a lot of little panel detail. Got a lot of little good detail. I can't show off articulation on this, mainly because, well, duh, he's in his gun mode. I can't really do that right now. But let's just start with his transformation, because this one's the easy out of the two. So you untab here from there. That tab goes into his legs. You untab his feet. That tab goes into there. His feet come undone like so. And it's just and then you just twist. You just twist his arms around. And then you just take the gun and flip this and stuff down, and boom, you have Terracon Freezer in his robot mode. His arms are all on ball joints, so they can go like full 360s. And there's nothing really to show. The main course is Megatron here. And a special bonus one over on this side. That goes along with the baby T-Rex. But also if you wanted to, you could get him in his little scampering pose from the movie. If you wanted to. But also this connects to Transformers Rise of the Beast Scourge, which I don't own. And guys, all the collectors out there, please don't try to send anything here, because I live with my parent, so they don't know you. So yeah, I just thought I'd give that FYI. But anyway, you can make him in his little scampering little pose, his little jump scare pose. So if you wanted to, anyway. But that's enough of him. That's enough of him. Here is Beast Wars Dragon Megatron from Legacy. Now this figure I've been waiting for a long time. The paint and detail on this is on point. And also reminds me of the Takara Tomy version of this figure. The MPM Dragon Megatron. Now, let's get into articulation. His arm can go up about that far. It can't go back that far due to it being obstructed by his wings, but you can fix that and make it go a full 360. Its wings can go back and forth. But that's more if you want to get like a generic dragon pose if you wanted to. Yeah. His other arm is on 1, 2, 3, 4 ball joints, so you can get you can get a lot of dynamic dragon poses with that. Also his legs, you hear that? Ratchets on this. Ha 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 ha. You're gonna get a knee bend, you're gonna get a just for the way this thing is done. It has a foot pivot. Yeah, as a thing where you could put this on Prime and crush his skull if you wanted to. Yeah, and also that right there, don't know if you see that. I'll move it. That is not real. That is not a real pivot. I know you're getting a lot of Megatron feet. Yeah, I know you weirdos like that. Whoops. Obviously I'm joking. But anyway, his same thing can go full 360 if his hands will stay in there. Same thing with this leg. His leg can go back and forth, back and forward, bend at the knee. His wings can go in and out, but that's more for the transformation. His head can turn left and right. It can turn. like, you guys can see that. His head can turn left and right. It can't look up or down. Not if you do this. You guys can't even see that. He can look up and down if you do this. Yeah, if you use the transformation joint, you can make him look up and down, but I don't do that. The dragon tails on ball joints. Now it's time to get him in his dragon mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to the feet. Now there's already peeking, spoiling it a little bit. And also he comes with a little blast effect. Before I forget, a little fire blast effect. I have been thinking on putting this with my sludge. And yes, this can go in his hand, but due to the way mine is, it's kind of wobbly. And has a tendency to fall out. See? It has a tendency to fall out a little bit, so yeah. I thought I'd show that before the transformation. Now it's time to get into transformation. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to the feet, and you see that little thing right there? See that little slider? You're gonna slide that up and bend the leg like that. That way it's kind of got like a little bit of a in a certain shape. Now, this may look like Godzilla when it's done. And I hope we get a collaborative like Godzilla collab. Okay, so second verse is the same as the first. Just take his leg and bend it forward just like so. I will retransform them back again, just like so, and leave it. Just like that, leave it, and leave it. Like that. For the moment. Then come to this arm, bend it, push that out of the way if you have to. Bend it. Well, before you do any of that, if I can get that panel out. Take that panel right there. Let me untap that for a moment. Before you get this arm done, grab that panel in there. That'll help you a little bit. Or should I say, before you do this arm, pull this down. That'll expose out the dragon arms. Then take these two panels here and pull them out to the sides. And leave it. Take this arm and bend it as far as it'll go. Into that little... well, not like that. But into that port right there. Then take the arm and the head and pull it back. There's a little tiny tab port right there. Take this and turn it. Take the arm, flip the hand up, and plug it in. Then take this whole assembly and turn it. And that'll make it where the dragon head isn't in your way. Now take the sides and replace them back. Take the dragon arms and fold them out and leave them like that. Fold this panel here. I know it's kind of hard to see. He is very big. Very big. Take that. Take the arm. Plug it in there. take the dragon head and pull it up. Take the wings, spread them out. That was kind of scary to hear. Take the legs. See how they split apart? Take the legs, bend them on both sides. This seems kind of familiar, huh? Don't it? This is the same procedure you have to do for Beast Wars Megs from Kingdom. Same thing. Then you take this whole assembly. You're going to shift the bot mode head down. You're going to stick his head up his ass. You're going to plug it in there. Move the wings out of the way. And plug the crotch in. Never thought I'd say that. Plug the crotch in. Ugh. I feel like Jobby now saying that. As crippling depression. I'm just kidding, I don't. With the same amount of crippling depression and financial greed as he. And here is Beast Wars Dragon Megatron in his dragon mode. His legendary dragon mode. Now, I'm probably going to have to pick the camera up for this. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Yeah, he is humongous. I have to pick the camera up just for you guys to see him. He's so big. We'll set the camera down now. And here is the next part of the review. Let me just move Megatron out of the way for the next part of the review, which is this sucker. Yeah. This is the baby Stegosaurus from Jurassic Park, The Lost World. And this is also another figure I've been anticipating as well. I have to use, I don't want to break the box, is what I don't want to do. But these Mattel figures, they basically practically make you have to. Which I don't like. Yeah, I know that makes people nervous doing that. Here is the box. And here is the Baba Stego. I know that's weird coming out of me. Ugh. I'm gonna release him from his bonds. Ugh, I don't want to scratch the paint off him. So... there we go. And here is the baby Stegosaurus. It's got a hinge that goes up and down. Its head can turn on its own. Its head is on a swivel. Its mouth opens. If I can get it. Its mouth opens. Its legs are on hinges, so you can make him do that. Now, what's different about this is that it can hinge back and forth. With this side, it has its own individual hinge. The foot does. That's what I love that. Its tail can go back and forth, up and down. And at the base of the tail, it can swing left and right with the base of the tail and turn up and down. And yeah, pretty good. You can make him run, look like he's running, going boo, 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 boo. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty neat figure. Oh yeah, and it's also his head can turn back and forth too. No ab crunches, nothing. And also can go hinge in and out, but we don't use the in and out hinge. And this don't have, and the other side don't have an in and out hinge. So that is it for my Christmas special. Hope you guys enjoyed. And also, I will, okay, here are some size comparisons before the end of this video. Here's some size comparisons of the baby Stegosaurus with the baby T-Rex. So you get a size scale for that. It looks like he's about to, like, it looks like that famous art piece of, like, the, of that T-Rex attacking that Triceratops with its scraping its side with its feet. That's it for those two. Here is here. So I transformed this guy a little bit, but I'm going to show you. I transformed the hard part first. I didn't show that because, you know, it's kind of difficult to get transformed. As I meant, like, the part that's now around his legs. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to show that because it'd be, you know, anger-inducing for me. For the reviewer. There we go. Turn wheels around. If I can get the wheels around it. Wait, I might have to pull the wheels off, actually, to be honest. I know I hate having to do that, but I know I hate having to do that on camera, but it gives it, well, that is, it gives it better clearance, if you know what I mean. It gives it like a little bit of better clearance. Oh, okay. So it gives me a little bit of better clearance to get that around. See? And just, boop, pop back in. So, now I can take the little window bits and then his head and pop it out. I have been thinking about doing some just transform it videos, but I don't know if I have the patience for those. I really don't know if I have the patience for those. But here is Ironhide with 86 Jazz. Because, you know, I know these two are close characters to each other in the show, so that's why I'm putting them together as a comparison. And here's the size comparison of Chase with B. And they're around about the same size-ish. Here they are next to each other in robot mode. And they look pretty good together. I can see either these two fighting each other or, you know, being allies. Yeah. I'm gonna lift this up. Yeah. Look at these two together. They look so good together. I know him is just an upgrade of him, but still, they look great together. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.